me, City Girl Gamer, and welcome back to my channel. So I have gotten a lot of requests to create a video on how I create my thumbnails. So I use paint.net. And I always tell you guys that I use paint.net and you never believe me. You're always like, no, you use Photoshop and stuff. But no, I actually use paint.net. So all of these thumbnails here are created with paint.net. I'm gonna try to explain it as easy as I can. I'm gonna try. I'm not good at explaining, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so what you have to do first, you're gonna have to install it first. What you do, you have this link over here. I will link it down below if you want paint.net for yourselves. It's a free software. So first of all, it's a free software. I love free things. You open this, you have this site over here, you have home, features, donate, download, whatever, and you click on this. You click on paint.net for, this is the latest update of paint.net. So you click on download now, and then you click on free download now, and it will just download your software over here. You extract it and you install it. It's pretty easy. I don't want to do it because I already have it on my computer. Okay, so now we have it here, and this is what you will get. So first of all, I'm just gonna do a quick little tutorial on it quickly. So you have tools over here, a color wheel over here, and layers. So the most important thing here is layers. Make sure that whatever you do on your canvas over here is going to be on a separate layer, because layers are very important. It's going to be a lot easier to go back to a thing and change it without having to undo anything. So what you do, you click on a new layer, and you can either move the layers down and up. You will see why this is good. You can merge them, you can duplicate them, and you can get rid of them. So let's get rid of it because we don't need it. So when you're creating a thumbnail, for my thumbnails I usually go with 14 and 8. So I go with 14 inches here and 8 inches height. I think it works pretty good. So let's go with 14 and 8. So then you can zoom in and out. It's pretty good. Love it. Okay. What I really do with my thumbnails, you can actually change the canvas color with a paint bucket, which means that the canvas is going to be a solid color, or you can go with gradient. Now I'm not sure if this is what you will get with the software itself, or if you have to download it separately. I know that I did download some effects. So what I do, I use the gradient effect. So here on the color wheel we have primary and secondary colors. So I click on the primary. I usually go with a blue and a purple ombre effect. So just make sure you have the colors that you want and click on the canvas, and then just drag it down, drag the mouse down. So it's pretty good. I really like this tool. And once it's still selected, you can actually change the colors right off the bat. You don't have to undo and then do it and then just fix it. You can actually do it right off the bat, and that's a very good feature. That's good. You can actually change the opacity, make it lighter or darker. Then once we done that, so what I do, I go to draw shape outline, make it a bit more whiter, like this, or maybe a tiny bit whiter again. I change the color of it. Let's make it white or black, whatever. Let's make it white. But I actually want to, no, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. I actually want to make it like a part of the canvas, of the background. So you can move it around, make it bigger, whatever you want to do. And then what I like to do is actually make it transparent. Make it like this. Yep, looks good. Next is go to object and drop shadow. This is another tool that I really use a lot, and it just makes you can either overline things with it, or you can just make shadows like this. So if you want to make a shadow, you go to black, you go to shadow opacity, make it not as out there, and make it smaller, make it blurry, and here you have a shadow. Can you see it? Hopefully you can. Let's this is the shadow here. Looks very good. I'm okay with it. So let's merge these things together. Or actually, so make sure that when you're working on a separate layer, that it's highlighted. So if it's highlighted this blue color or whatever color you're gonna have, it means that you are working on this layer. If you're working on this one, it will be highlighted. So let's go to eraser. See, you erased this. Or if you want to erase something on layer 2, you go to here. Now we didn't do much on layer 2. We only gave it a little bit of a shadow. So let's merge these things together. Great, looks good. I'm happy with it. So next, what I do, I actually add a lot of overlays. When you're putting on overlays, make sure that it's cohesive with the video. So when you're working on overlays, make sure that it actually has a theme and it's not just things put on together. No, just make sure it has a theme. So if we're working on how to create thumbnails, what is the best overlay here? Or I don't know, if we're using Paint.net, maybe it's logo. When you're actually looking for overlays, you write down PNG next to whatever you're looking for, because they will actually give you a transparent background. Okay, so I found a PNG overlay. So what you do, you drag and drop it over here and you add to layer, because if you just open it, it will open another file and it actually won't do anything with this. So make sure to add a layer, and here you go, you have a layer here, you have a little overlay. Now I feel like it doesn't look 3D enough for me, because I actually really like it to be 3D. Now make sure you have some space between the actual photo, the overlay, and the lines here. So what you do, you go to object, you drop shadow, and let's drop a shadow, okay? So I like it. Let's add it. Let's rotate it. You can rotate it with a right click. Let's resize it a little, make it a little bit bigger. Now, actually, if you want to change the colors of it, you can go freely to this thingy over here. It's called Recolor. You change the tolerance and the hardness a little bit. You make the brush a little bit bigger. Go to the color that you want. Let's say we want a yellow one, and you can recolor it. Yay, that's how you recolor stuff. But I'm just gonna go with this because it's the original little art that they have. Let's put it down here. So let's go to a new layer. Let's deselect. Okay. And then what I do next, I usually add sims to my thumbnails. So I'm just gonna go find a sim. I don't know. Let's go to documents, electronic arts, mods. Let's go to not mods. What am I doing? Sorry, screenshots, and let's find a sim over here. Let's add a picture of a sim. Let's go with this one. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but let's just add a layer. And now what you want to do, you go to magic wand, you click on wherever you want, whatever you want to disappear on this picture. So let's say we click on the background here. Let's change the tolerance, let's decrease it a little, and it will actually find the harsh lines in the picture that you added, and you can delete it. Done. Boom. Looks great. Crop to selection. And make sure it's in line with everything you're doing. I'm gonna say, actually, I really don't like this part. What you do, you make sure you're on this layer. You go to eraser, make it a little bit smaller. You zoom into the overlay and you start deleting it. Let's get rid of it. Done. Looks good. Okay, so we're done. Looks great. I mean, you can definitely go into detail with it. I'm just too lazy. So now that it's all figured out and done, let's go back to this. Make it like this. Okay, no, what am I doing? Let's move this to a normal. Have to make it 0. Come on. 0, 0. You can make this bigger, smaller, whatever you want. I usually go with bigger thingy. And then I start like adding these lines. That's what I do. And then when I'm done doing that, I just go back to a normal shadow that I showed you before how to do. Okay, so next, A very important step is text. So what I do, make sure that it's actually the size that you want, because it'll be a lot harder to resize it later. You'll see why, but just make sure it's the size that you want. And if you have lots of words, make sure they're all in their separate layer, because it's gonna be so much easier to work on them. So just make sure it's all in the separate layer. So let's add a new layer, and let's type in something. Okay, so let's type in how I, in the first row here, let's add a new layer. Let's type in create my, let's add a new layer and add thumbnails. So why this is good? It's actually because then you can move it wherever you want and it will not intersect with anything. So the next thing I do, I really like my text to be 3D. So you go to drop shadow again, and you create whatever you want with it. Just add a shadow, very easy, and it looks so much better. Like, doesn't it look so much better? And now you can actually move it wherever you want without it intersecting with anything. So let's go to layer number 5. Let's deselect, change that up. I like to duplicate the Sims sometimes and just give it a little bit of another shadow, but it's not really a shadow, just make it, I don't want to make the thumbnail boring, that's why I add stuff to it always. So what I do, let's make it transparent, put it behind the main sim, and here you go. I don't think we have to add anything else. You don't want to make it too busy. You want it to make it like just a normal thumbnail, so you can see the point of it. It's pretty easy. You can see the theme. Whenever you save a thumbnail, you save it as a paint.net file with all the layers saved here. So, you know, if you want to change the text or something, you can just get rid of it, make a new text, whatever. It'll be easy to edit it. So that's a very, very good thing to do. But if you're sure that you will never change it, merge it down. You can save it as a PNG, save it wherever you want, and you're done. It's done. Good. Love it. I'm happy with it. You can also undo it, but it will still be saved here. It's good. Like it. Okay, so that's all for this tutorial. I really do hope that you learned something, and I really do recommend Paint.net. It's a really good software. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, and bye!